Hey guys, Prowl 1701 here, and today we're going to be talking about the top 10 Jodie Whittaker era episodes that are watchable. I've had to settle for that. That are watchable. So I had a lot of trouble trying to rank her era. Originally I wanted to rank her era from worst to best, but there were some difficulties involved in that. So we're going to do the top 10 episodes that are watchable. Now, this isn't going to be a top 10 list from worst to best, because that's also difficult to kind of sort them out. They're just going to be in different order, just kind of in random order. The 10 episodes that I think are the best episodes of her era. The most watchable episodes of her era. With a couple honorable mentions, to be fair. I do want to give a couple honorable mentions to Resolution and Ascension of the Cybermen, because I do think these episodes have a good rewatchability to them, and I did enjoy them. So I want to give a shout out to them. Now, again, this list isn't from worst to best. It's just kind of the order that I thought of them as I was writing them down. So these are just the 10 episodes in no specific order. At number 10, we had Revolution of the Daleks. I liked this one. I thought it was a good Dalek story. I felt like Chibnall gets the Daleks better than Moffat ever did. They felt pretty threatening here. I like how it kind of tied into remembrance of the Daleks with the Dalek Civil War, and that the true Daleks treated the imitation Daleks exactly the way the true Daleks would. I enjoy that. And just I thought the performances in the episode were really good. Plus it was nice seeing Captain Jack back. I always like seeing Jack back. That was nice. Not too keen on the Doctor basically killing a TARDIS. That seems an un-Doctor thing to do, but the effect of it, the special effect of it, looked pretty neat. So yeah, it's a good story. I liked Revolution of the Daleks. Number 9 is Can You Hear Me? I do like this one a lot. I think the ending is Deus Ex Machina. The sonic screwdriver that can't do wood can hack a god's fingers. It's kind of one I wish had been a two-parter. I think it needed either that, or if it had been done in the classic series format with multiple episodes, and it had a little more room to breathe, and it didn't have to just fit into its runtime. I think it could have been done better, because I do think the actual story is good. I did enjoy my viewing of it. Even with the Deus Ex Machina ending, I still find it enjoyable, and that's pretty telling. Number 8 on the list is Kerblam. I've only watched Kerblam the one time, but my first time watching through series 11, it was my favorite of the series. I did enjoy it. I didn't expect for the Amazon stand-in to kind of be the good guy, and I'm not someone who goes into a story like that looking for a political metaphor. I know a lot of people are like, they're sending a mixed message, but I don't really go into Doctor Who for that. I kind of just go in to be entertained. So I liked it. I liked the fact she got a fez. I wonder how late that delivery was. Feels like Amazon, all right. And I enjoyed the little robots that delivered them. I didn't like that the one girl died by the bubble wrap. That was a bit emotional for me. But I thought it was a good episode with some good performances. I liked it. Number 7 is The Ghost Monument. This is probably at the moment my favorite Series 11 episode. I'm not overly fond of Series 11, but it has a couple moments in it I like. And I like Ghost Monument. I've talked about it before on the channel. While the Doctor herself is a bit irksome in it, and the companions themselves are just okay, I did like the guest cast a lot. The main man and woman that are the two hunters, the treasure seekers, I like both of them. They performed well. The guy running the contest in the holographic tent, I liked him. I thought he was really good. I love the desert planet that's trying to kill you. I love the floating sentient bandages. I've talked before about how that kind of reminds me of a Thundercats episode I really like, and I love Thundercats. That's a great little tie back just for me personally. So I enjoy a lot of what's going on in that story and find it really enjoyable. I've rewatched it a couple times, and for the most part, I nitpick a few things. Like, I love the fact that the Ghost Monument is the TARDIS and has been phasing in and out like that for like thousands of years, to the point it's a legend. I don't like her reaction when she enters the TARDIS. I really like it. I'm like, whatever. Whittaker's one of the weak parts of the episode, but I do like the episode. Number 6 on the list is Fugitive of the Jadoon. Man, this episode just goes at 90 miles an hour and just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. I like everything going on in this, especially the first time I watched it. It just blew me away. It had that shock value. But even on a rewatch, I think it holds up. I like meeting Ruth and finding out about Ruth and meeting Lee's that I think with her, meeting Lee and he's basically her companion. I like that, seeing everything come to a head, wondering what the mystery with her is, finding out she's the doctor. All the mysteries that come with that. Wait, what another unknown incarnation of the Doctor? What's going on here? Jo Martin is so good in this, as Ruth and as the Doctor. She is just phenomenal in this episode. I gotta give her props. Having Jack back, I love John Barham, and he just plays Captain Jack so well. You can get excited now. He just appears, and it's great. I love his reaction when he finds out the Doctor's a woman, and he's just like, I love that. That's Jack. That's perfectly Jack. I love that. It's pretty fun. I do love in the series when everybody keeps thinking Graham's the Doctor. That's funny to me. I enjoy Fugitive of the Jadoon. It's action-packed and it just keeps going. And I enjoy that a lot. Number 5 on the list is The Haunting of Villa Diadote. Easily one of my favorite episodes. I really need to give it a rewatch, but I do like how it ties in with Mary Shelley and how it ties in kind of maybe where she got the idea for Frankenstein. I like the house that doesn't make sense with the rooms that you walk out of just to walk back into. I love the writing in this episode. I love the directing of this episode. I love the camera work of this episode. The guest cast are good. I love how it leads into the Lone Cyberman. I figured out ahead of time, it's a Cyberman. I love the Lone Cyberman. I really like Ashard or whatever his name is. I love him as a villain. My biggest complaint about Power of the Daleks is that he is so wasted as a character. I really wish they hadn't killed him off in Timeless Children, because he is such a cool character. He's a neat, unique take on the Cybermen, and I really, really like him in this. The actor playing him does such a good job. It's such a good episode. Number 4 on the list is Eve of the Daleks. I liked this one. Again, I think Chibnall just gets the Daleks really well. He makes them scary again. I love the Groundhog Day thing going on here. I love Groundhog Day. Such a good movie, so I love seeing that in Doctor Who. I love the twist of each loop getting a minute shorter. I like that. So they are, even though it's in a loop, they're still on basically a timer. They're on a set amount of time they have to work with. I like the Gatling gun the Daleks have. Yeah, there's a couple moments where, how did the Daleks miss them in a straight hallway? But I can overlook that because I'm having so much fun with the episode. There are those humorous moments like when they're in the one guy's room and it's got all the women's stuff. And they're like, gay. So this is stuff from your ex-girlfriend? Yeah. Are they still alive? Yes! No. It's got some humorous moments in it. I think the guy playing that guy there and then the woman playing the woman who I think is a comedian in real life, they both do a really good job. I enjoy Eve of the Daleks. It's fun. I like it. Number 3 on the list is The Power of the Doctor. I very much enjoyed Power of the Doctor. My review for it went up just a few days ago. As I mentioned in that, I thought it was a lot of fun. The story itself has some flaws, but I still enjoy it. I love all the fan service. A lot of the fan service is inserted into the story well to where it feels like more than just the fan service. I loved having the 5th Doctor talking to Tegan, having the 7th Doctor talking to Ace, the Doctor meeting her her past selves in a way, when she's in her mind and her consciousness. I loved all of that. Having Ace and Tegan back. I really liked even Whittaker in that episode. Does a really good job. I liked her regeneration. That was kind of short and sweet. I loved seeing Tennant back. It was really, really good. I think everything that happens in it makes up for a handful of shortcomings the story itself has. Really good episode. Definitely one of the best for the era. And just having so many Doctors in one episode is wonderful. It did a really good job of feeling like an anniversary celebration. In some ways, even better than Day of the Doctor did, and my hat's off to Chibnall for pulling that off. Number 2 is, of course, the Nikola Tesla episode. I've talked many times about how much I love that one. I think it's a better version of Vincent and the Doctor. The guy who plays Tesla is just so good. He is so good at this. I really, really enjoyed him in that episode. He's phenomenal. I like the fact the Doctor's kind of even fanboying over him a little bit, because she is an excitable Doctor anyway. You're on my list! I like that. I enjoy it. I like the villains in it. I like the fact that they steal technology instead of making it themselves. I love the fact that they had the girl who plays Ronnie in Sarah Jane Adventures playing kind of the queen arachnid creature, you know, keeping that kind of in the Doctor Who family. I enjoyed that, and she did a good job with that. I love seeing, like, Ryan and Yaz and Graham kind of just loving the fact that so much of Tesla's ideas exist, you know, in our current present now, that he had an idea for that, and we have that, and they're kind of in awe of that. I enjoy that. I really, really enjoy that episode. Plus, I love Tesla's final speech at the end, you know, they can have the present, I have the future, and the future is mine. I love that. It's such a happier send-off than Vincent and the Doctor, which is just super depressing. This is a much happier ending, and I loved it. Yep, a Whittaker episode beating a well-regarded Smith episode every time. And number one is Spyfall. I like the Spyfall two-parter. I think it's a lot of fun. I do think part one is stronger than part two, but I do enjoy the story as a whole. The reveal of the Master is very well done. I very much liked it. Wasn't expecting it. Sacha Dhawan does a good job playing O, but then turning it on his head when he becomes the Master, when he unveils himself as the Master. Two very good performances. I very much enjoy him in that story. I kind of like Sasha's relationship with 13th. And I like Whittaker in this one. She does a pretty good job in this one, too. I love how confident she is in this episode, whereas her reaction to Gallifrey being destroyed is well done, too well acted. I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. It feels kind of like a James Bond adventure, kind of like a Third Doctor adventure. I just love everything going on in it. It's a lot of fun. Keeps the action going. And we get Stephen Fry in it for a little bit. I love that. And so these are 10 episodes that, to be honest, I think are more than just watchable. I mean, every episode I've talked about I do think is good. A couple of them I need to rewatch. There are some I've only watched once, so they're definitely due a rewatch. But these are, I think, good episodes to varying degrees of the Jodie Whittaker era, and are definitely worth watching and definitely worth being part of the Doctor Who universe. So I want to know what you think of these episodes and what your top 10 favorite Whittaker episodes or most watchable Whittaker episodes are. So comment down below and let me know. Other things to do, click the like button and the subscribe button and the bell for notifications so you never miss out on another video. I also have a Patreon down in the description below. I want to give a shout out to two of my top tier patrons, Stephen and Colin. I appreciate their continued support. Colin is going to have to tell me how to pronounce his last name. I do not know. I need to know. I also have a P.O. box down in the description below if there's anything you would like to send me to look at and review. A link to my Amazon wish list is down there as well, as is a link to my Amazon UK wish list, where I have that wonderful steelbook listed. The new Jodie Whittaker steelbook for her final 3 stories is down there as well. If anybody wants to send me a copy of that. Most importantly, though, thank you for watching.